Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 624 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, on this special day, special Wednesday, one day out.
St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day. I wore no green.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Is that really why you're wearing green?
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Are you really Irish?
No.
Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone's Irish. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I forgot my green. I apologize.
One of my favorite saints of all. What's your favorite saint, Ollie?
Ignatius.
Okay. That's pretty
What the heck did he do?
Yeah, what did Ignatius do?
He drove
You
the
don't know
bad
what he
people
did.
out. I don't know.
He drove the snakes back into Ireland.
The church in Long Beach, one of them that we would go for midnight mass on Christmas, was St. Ignatius Church. So I like it there.
Okay. Wonderful. And that's Talking Saints with Ollie Stone.
Got it.
Okay, so we are ready to complete our NCAA predictions.
Christian, I warned you guys. I didn't warn our fans.
Yeah.
I may or may not have picked 9 Mizzou All-Americans. It was just like, hey, I'm rolling through these brackets. Then I get done, I'm like, I think I picked like every Mizzou guy All-American. I'm biased. Deal with it.
Yes, you are. And that's okay. I think Kyle and I will do a fair job of balancing out your Missouri love with some we'll call it tough love.
How many Mizzou All-Americans did you guys pick?
I'm not sure, but
I don't know.
I could tell you right now where I have them. I have them slated.
Where do you have them?
I have them 10th place.
What? What's wrong with you?
I mean, what's wrong with you? You put.
Yeah, you
What's
put
wrong
9.
with you?
You
Yes.
gave them 9 All-Americans.
I have them
That
9.
was awesome. Okay, in all fairness, guys, they do have 7 guys ranked in the top 8.
Yeah, we know. We
went over
in
about
all
how
fairness.
fraudulent some of those
Taylor's
are.
old as time. This is a Beauty and Beast deep cut. Yeah, I
You
don't think it's
watched
gonna happen,
the
buddy.
Beauty and the Beast.
It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna get 9,
Well, we don't know.
and that's just
They
it.
might.
You're right.
I cannot wait to find out.
I can't wait to compare our results and see how they did. Because you're just trying to predict all these crazy things like Andrew Cerniglia to the semis, which if it
That
happens,
was awesome. He's
that
not
will-
even from Mizzou. He's not even from Mizzou, guys.
I know. I can't believe you don't have an Elam in the finals or something. You might, for all I know.
There's still one to go.
There's still one
Wait.
Elam left.
There's 2 left. They're
Oh,
9,
Oh my
7,
god!
and
You know what? You know what? I lied. I lied. I have 8 All-Americans. Rock Elam lost in the round 12, the blood round, to Jacob Warner.
Okay, yeah. I think
Wow.
I have him,
Oh, I lied.
him as well.
That's tough.
I
You're
have
biased
I only
against
have 8
Missouri.
All-Americans.
I have Missouri placing at 41, 49, 65.
That's it.
That's it. 3.
Oh, you're
I got a bunch in the round of 12.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so
Let's fight.
let's fight. That's my favorite thing to do is fight Ben Askren. It's a great idea, I'm told. So why don't we start at 165? This is a fun weight. I really like. I did it in 2 different colored pins, which is definitely gonna drive
I
bracket
think that
nuts.
makes it fraudulent.
I think it's real. And I crossed through. I had a classic situation where I wrote a name and crossed through it, and wrote a name and crossed through it. But it's all fine because I ultimately got the answers right. So why don't I start with kind of my placement, and then we can kind of talk about how it got there. Maybe that's a little better structure. So I'll count it down for dramatic effect. 8th place, Nebraska's Peyton Robb. 7th, Travis Whitlake. 6th, Mekhi Lewis. 5th, Shane Griffith. 4th, Ethan Smith. 3rd, Anthony Valencia. 2nd place, Keegan O'Toole. 1st place, Alex Marinelli, the University of Iowa. So, should we talk about that, or should we all give our picks and then go from there?
Well, I had some crazy upsets in that weight class,
I bet.
including Keegan O'Toole becoming the champion.
Okay.
But the other crazy upset that I had was Ethan Smith beat Anthony Valencia in the quarterfinals. Which actually, you know what? I don't think is all that unreasonable. Ethan Smith is very good.
I picked the exact same, Ben.
I did too. He's beaten him
Oh, you
before.
did? Everyone did?
We all picked it.
What?
We all picked it.
I thought I was going way out on a limb.
Hey, I had a big upset that may get me hit by our favorite Pitt fan, Kyle Brackey. I have Peyton Robb pulling the upset round 2 over Jake Wenzel.
Whoa.
I actually, I don't like what I did. I put
but
Jake Wenzel in the finals.
He loves Jake
Oh, my
Wenzel.
goodness.
He's beaten Ethan Smith before. If he gets to Ethan Smith, he can absolutely make the
He
finals.
can absolutely make the finals, but he can also absolutely lose to Peyton Robb.
I said, yeah, he could. I don't know. You'll see my team scores. I actually have Nebraska finishing in a trophy spot, but I don't know. Payne's kind of up and down.
Oh, definitely.
I think Wenzel's been wrestling really good. I mean, he was controlling Mackay when they finally stopped that match. The Keegan and Jake quarterfinal, I really struggled with. I don't know. I just went with Wenzel. I just would have liked to have seen Keegan wrestle some of these top guys before
Yes,
picking him to make the
that's
finals.
fair.
And I know it's not his fault because he doesn't make the schedule and didn't have the Big Ten decide not to wrestle anybody.
Right. So I have Cam. I think the Cam Kennedy Monday match is big.
Mm-hmm.
I have Cam Amin actually beating Jake Wenzel on the backside and having Wenzel DNP, and then Amin loses to Shane Griffith in the round of 12.
I have Amin losing to
Hey,
Griffith as well.
Are the bracket gods just completely against Alex Marinelli, though? Because I remember a couple years ago how pissed people were about it. But the fact that he has Shane Griffith in the quarter and then potentially Mackay, and we don't know how healthy Mackay is, so
Well,
that's up in the
I
air.
don't think this is some terrible draw, honestly. I think it's fine.
Well,
And
but last year Griffith was what, the 3 seed?
something like that.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Mackay has won a title before, and they're the 4 and the 8, which is it feels weird. Who knows? Mackay might be worse than that because we don't know what his injury is because no one will talk about it, obviously. But yeah, I mean, just on paper, if you're looking on paper and you saw that draw before the season, you would have been like, "Wait, what happened? This is weird."
Yeah, I think if you're a bull, maybe you would prefer to be on the bottom side. If you could trade spots with Anthony and Valencia, maybe you take that. But I don't know. I'm just like, you're the best guy. This is not like some murderers.
I agree.
This is not a murderer's row type of run like what he would have had to have done in 19 when he needed to go Joe Smith, Mackay, Evan Wick to get to Chenzo. Like that was tough.
The thing about here is Karchla is not in the bracket. Evan Wick is not in the bracket. Like, there's more names that could be in here that would make this significantly tougher. And I think it also speaks to how good Karchla is that
Yes.
Ethan Smith's the number 7, who's had a very good year, and Ethan Smith was going to be on the bench.
Yes. And I was thinking, I mean, if you put Carson Karchla at this bottom section, I'm putting him in the finals, no question. I think he beats all these guys. But out with the injury.
So do you think he's going to stay down at 65 next year? You think he goes up, or I guess they still have Romero. They have Romero and
they're all back. Smith's
for a
back
couple of years, right?
Yeah. Romero's at least got this year and next year. I mean, everyone's got this year and next year. So
Ethan Smith's got 2 more after that. So yeah, that makes that's interesting. I'm curious to see what they're going to do.
they're going to have to figure it out. I think Karchla's best weight is 65, and I don't know. I mean, Smith's good at if Karchla goes 74, then you basically take Romero out of the lineup because he can't make 65. It's either
Could
Romero
Romero
or
get
Smith.
bigger?
He certainly does every summer. My gracious.
I mean, because Rocky Jordan's he's not having the success that they wanted him to have. I believe like the 25 seed or something. Maybe they bump Romero up there. And who knows? Maybe they may bump Ethan Smith up also. Anyways, we should be talking about the NCAA tournament, not Ohio State's lineup.
Yes.
The other really big matchup is the second round Ethan Smith Travis Whitlake matchup, because I actually have, and I don't know, this could just be recency from how they both looked at the conference championships. I actually have Whitlake losing in the blood round to Hartman.
I have the opposite.
Yeah.
I would like winning that match.
Okay, but like that's not an easy blood round matchup. But the winner of that match, and then I have Smith beating Valencia next round, and then Valencia would drop down and have Jake Keating in the blood round.
Well, I have it a little differently. I have
I
Kennedy
do
Monday.
too.
I have Kennedy Monday beating Keating and then beating Ninehouse to the round of 12.
I have him losing to
So
Keating.
I
because he's
had
lost to him
Keating
this season.
beating Hartman on the front side. Did you guys supposed to have the opposite?
Oh,
I
you have
have-
Keating beating Hartman.
I do not have that.
Pulled the upset.
I have Hartman winning that one.
And then I actually had Kennedy Monday over Cam Amin. The 20. That feels weird as a 22-11. And I feel like that's another one. Like at the beginning of the year, if you just flip those numbers, you probably would have said, if you could have done a game, said which one of these is right, who's 22 and who's 11, you probably would have had Kennedy Monday at the 11 instead of the 22, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, but man, looking at a mean season, he has I think 2 losses, both super close. He hasn't gotten blown out. He had a close one with Bull, and he had a close one with someone else really good, Smith maybe.
Yeah.
And other than that, he's looked fantastic. I think he's so solid. I think he's going to give Kennedy problems. And
So I think the people that give Kennedy problems, at least this is kind of how I think about it, is he's usually able to score regardless of how solid you are.
Mhm.
But it's the guys who have a gas tank. I think of and when he came up here and wrestled Evan Wick in that one match, it was like, well, he took Evan down, I think twice, maybe right off the bat. But then it was like Evan got 5 or 6 takedowns in a row after that. It wasn't competitive. And then who was the other one that had a really high scoring match with Kennedy this year?
Jake Keating.
Jake Keating came back
This
from a
is
huge
not
deficit.
a good
to beat him.
matchup for Kennedy. If he loses first round to Amin, it's not a fun road back.
No.
I would have him having Silverstein of Ryder winning that, and then having Keating, and then I have him losing that. But if he were to win that, I have him wrestling either the winner of Ninehouse or Schedule, and then if he won that and he makes blood round, it'd be like Anthony Valencia or Ethan Smith or Travis Whitlake. Like that's not.
yeah, I mean, it's not a good draw either way for Kennedy. But I think it's at the same time it's somewhat navigable. Like if you're like, okay, if you subscribe to Kennedy Monday could be super elite, there's no one you're like hard stop, he's not beating this guy in the first 2 rounds. And then Wenzel's probably, I don't know, Wenzel maybe just be a nightmare matchup for Kennedy.
So when I think like Keegan has a gas tank, maybe you see the scrambling more, but he can turn up the pace if he needs to. And that's like Cam Amin. When I think of Cam Amin, I think of more of a really, really sound, positionally solid, fundamental wrestler.
Mhm.
And you kind of look at his scores. So I looked up his scores this year, and it kind of. So he did lose. He lost Ethan Smith 4-3, but they lost only 4-1 over Jolie, 4-3 over Jake Tucker, 5-2 over Andrew Sparks, 4-1 over Peyton Robb. So it's not these really high scoring affairs. It's really solid positionally, 1, maybe 2 takedowns, and that's how he wins. And I think that's kind of a bad recipe against Kennedy Monday.
Yeah, it could be. Amin may have to, enact some sort of pace against him. So, what are y'all's thoughts on Mackay? What are you expecting? Because I have him.
We don't know anything.
I know. I have him making the semis and then triple dipping, which is really, I think he loses in the semis and then like forfeits out. He's like, all right, let me get right for trials or something like that.
Yeah. Well, if he ain't right now, he can be here for the trials. That's 2 weeks later. Man, I have him semis losing Anthony Valencia and then beating Ethan Smith for 5th place.
Yeah.
I have him taking 4th. I don't know. I'm making the semis too. I think it's actually a really good draw for him to make the semis. I don't know how healthy he is. I think he's been wrestling, but I don't know how much much he's really been able to put it on the mat and get his lungs back and all that stuff.
It's so hard right now because, man, we just don't know where he's at, right? You don't know where he's at all, and that's just his injury, his shape. We don't know where anything's at. We haven't seen him compete in a while. Yeah, so the other guy Travis Whitlake's interesting to me. I picked him to All-American, I believe, very lowly, number 7. I would have kind of picked him higher going into this year, but I don't think he beats Ethan Smith. I think the Joe Lee match is actually kind of tough in round 1. I think he wins it by 2-3 points. And then I have him beating Jake Keating and who else? 275. Dan Braunagel, 2 All-American.
Yeah, I have Whitlake losing to Smith, then beating Tucker, Braunagel, and Hartman in the round of 12 before falling to Griffith and then beating Peyton Robb for 7th place. So looking around, what other notable stuff? I mean, Keegan's path, I don't know if it's good or bad, honestly. It could be like way too tough, could be great.
It's tough for sure.
Yeah. Matchup wise, he's still such an unknown at this point in the year, which is kind of weird to say, but it's true.
Yeah. Big time.
Valencia, none of us have Valencia in the finals.
Do you think there's anything interesting to Shane Griffith and Luke Weber second round?
I do not.
Not
To
particularly.
be honest.
No.
I think pretty highly of
Okay.
Griffith on his feet, and he's actually tough on top too.
Yeah, he's good from everywhere.
We might not be talking enough about him and Marinelli in the quarters, to be honest.
I don't know.
Why is he all the way down at the 8? I guess is my. I
He
know
didn't
he
beat
lost
anyone,
to Anthony
and he
Valencia,
lost to
but who
Valencia.
else?
He doesn't have the wins this year.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really gets hurt in the quality win department of the Matrix because I'm not sure he beat anyone that's in the field.
His best win is Matt Olguin. He beat him twice.
Yeah, he's not in this
Olguin.
field, I don't believe.
No.
So,
No.
yeah, that will hurt your seed if you don't hit anyone. But I think he's actually his Tucker matches. That's a solid first round match for Tucker. The 25. He's quality. Don't sleep. If Sparks is healthy, he could make the Weber match actually interesting.
I actually picked Sparks to win that match, but I am assuming that he is healthy.
I'm not assuming that, and
Yeah.
I kind of like
What?
he got hurt at it.
You heard of Big Tens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and his match against Jolie hurt his knee pretty early.
It didn't look good, so I just kind of was like, not sure how right he's going to be there.
Got it.
So why don't we think Anthony Valencia is going to make the finals?
It's more just for me. It's more just like he just hasn't in folk style. I mean, if we go back to his redshirt year, which is now a very long time ago, and he kicks Isaiah Martinez's butt, I would have said, "Damn, that guy's been in the finals 4 times." But we've just seen him come up short again and again and again. I mean, so his real freshman year, he was round of 12. The year after that, he was round of 16. Then he redshirted. He didn't really wrestle. And then last year, he lost 6 matches. And so, I don't know. I guess maybe this is a different Anthony Valencia, but where Anthony Valencia is stuck in my head, and we have 5 years worth of data to think about this, is like he's just not a guy who's challenging to win NCAA titles. And maybe he's changed, but that's where he was in my head.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at the Griffith match 2 different ways. You can look at it as, okay, he's turned a corner potentially, and he's a better guy, or you can look at it as Griffith's not Griffith of last year. He hasn't been able to train maybe like he was. Stanford's had this weird situation. So, it's the win has an asterisk. So it's all kind of depends how you view. Because if he beat, I don't care the circumstance. I don't care if it's a 1 exchange match. That's an exchange that no one was winning against Shane Griffith, right? So if you consider that, I mean, didn't Griffith just straight up crossface cradle and pin Ethan Smith in the duel last year at Columbus? I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I know he got a pin. I just can't remember if it was Smith.
We're looking right here. It was early, like one of the first matches of the year.
Yeah, that was Real Woods and Pletcher.
Yeah, it was Ethan
So
Smith.
he was up big and pinned Ethan Smith. So it's like you just have to decide what you think. If this is the best Shane Griffith, if we're seeing about that guy, and Valencia just beat him, regardless if it was a 1-move match, you have to elevate Valencia, in my opinion, with that win. And I think you should say, okay, he would beat an Ethan Smith. But that's just not what I'm doing. I'm saying I'm choosing to say that's not the Shane Griffith of last year, and so that win doesn't have the quite the same amount of luster. But it's kind of got to be one of those two.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, can you finish your heavyweight? Well, I want to put in your full team scores.
Me? Oh, I didn't finish the heavyweight. Oh, I guess
And-
Gable. Just put him in 1 through 8.
He can't. He can only place once.
Always marginalizing the heavyweights.
Yeah. See, that's not right.
It's not right. It's a weight class just like the rest of them, okay?
Go off, King.
It's not fair, okay?
All
It's
right.
wrestling. It may be
Oh,
a
I
different
did 1
style,
through
maybe a
4.
little slower,
That's important.
but
Let's see.
don't disrespect the heavies.
What it lacks in speed, it makes up in heart and power.
And brotherhood. You often notice a heavyweight brotherhood, they hug a lot after the matches. They say, hey, we battled it out here.
They
You
do.
notice that a lot.
They-
all right?
they do
Best
do that.
sportsmanship is in heavyweight.
They do love the post-match hug at heavyweight. I
Big
don't know
time.
what is. They're tender guys. You know, they're bigger.
Big teddy bears,
Guys.
you know. You put out, you know how hard it is to really go 6
you
minutes
guys are
at that
good.
weight. So, and sometimes you respect the battle between the two. So,
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like you just finished an Ironman triathlon.
Yeah.
There's just some bond that unites them.
Win or lose,
Big legs, bigger heart. That's what I say.
big thighs.
Big big thighs. Oh my gosh, he's got Carter Isley.
Carter Isley, he made a
6.
run. Let me tell you what happened.
Oh
Let me
my
tell you what happened, man.
God.
Carter Isley.
What
going
the
on
hell?
a run,
I'm
baby.
watching him.
Carter Isley lost to Hunter Cat, got first round, and he came all the way back to the 5th place match. Can you, believe that?
Listen, I hope Triller TV doesn't drug test. That's all I'm gonna say.
Carter Isley, baby, came all Panther train, Northern Iowa. Let's
You know,
go.
he lost 3 matches at the Big 12 tournament.
At the Big 12s.
Dude, he was just getting his feet underneath him, and now he's gonna crank it out.
Getting his feet underneath him at the conference tournament?
I think he's
That's what he's gonna do.
It's a little late.
I think he's also a senior,
Yeah.
but he's just getting his
He's
feet
probably
underneath of
huge.
him.
All right.
you know?
Well, he's
All
learning.
right, we're
this
close
new
enough. I only have 4 left.
All right, just finish it off. I'll start the transition to 174.
Go.
Which here are my champions, my top 8, my top 8 champions. 8th place, I have Bullard, Daniel Bullard, that is. DJ Washington 7th, Logan Massa 6th, Demetrius Romero 5th, Caleb Romero 4th, Michael Labriola 3rd, Carter Staraki 2nd, Michael Kemmerer champion of champions. In the round of 12, I have Mako losing to Massa, Hastings losing to Washington, Himmauer losing to Demetrius Romero, and Murphy losing to Bullard. That is my top 8. I went a little crazier at 65. I was a little more conventional here at 174 pounds. I think Staraki.
You went so far on that limb.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna have so many more right than you, Ben. That's you
We'll
filled these.
see.
Look,
We will see. Hey, listen.
I'll
Last week, I was the oracle of Orange County with my calls. So
I mean,
we will see what happens this week.
We will see.
You laughed at me when I said Jackson Hammer to the files of the big Pac-12s, or damn conference he's in.
The Big Pac. The Big
You
Pac.
laughed at me.
Big
You laughed at me when I
packs.
called Ridge Lovett. And there's one other one you laughed at me, and I was right on all of them.
Yes.
He's got a point. We're laughing at him a lot, but we're not really giving him the credit for calling the last ones. God
No,
bless.
we gave him
give
credit.
some
God bless.
We gave him
Oracle
credit.
of Orange
Credit.
County.
We gave him a couple weeks of credit. We gave him credit during the watch party. We gave him
Now
credit
you're
on
trying
But
to-
Farrell.
I'm saying you have to give him credit now going
No.
forward.
No.
You got to give some respect.
Hey.
He has a history.
Yep.
And
History.
I would-
Can I make a bold prediction right now, Christian Bile?
Out on the limb. I'm going to make a movement to call all of these out on the limb predictions. It was like my thing when I coached high school wrestling, so I think I want to make it a thing here. I'm going to try hard.
It's a thing. Out on a limb. Ben Askren.
Ready? Mizzou Tigers, NCAA champions, 2024 in Kansas City.
2024.
Yeah, it's
Oh
in
my-
Kansas City.
That's.
That's our city, baby.
What do you think about that? Ollie, what do you think?
I mean, I love the out on the limb prediction, but you can't make one. It's not a 5-year plan. You know?
Oh, my goodness.
That's
how
3
far
years
is it
away,
looking?
Ollie.
It's 3 years.
It's
You can't make a
Kansas City,
prediction.
It's St. Louis, Detroit, then where after Detroit?
You know what? We're gonna
Tulsa.
write it down. In 3 years,
Tulsa.
we'll come and book.
Cleveland's
Come on,
in there
how are we even
somewhere,
gonna
too.
collect on that? There's nothing we could even do.
Yeah, but there's no
Listen,
way.
I will come on the day after they win in Kansas City, and I will party on you guys. Hey, I was making plans for Michigan and Detroit, so don't even say this one's biased. Because I was making those plans last year.
Okay, well, Michigan's not
But
winning. in
they're great.
Detroit.
They're kicking everyone out of the team or something. They don't want to win in Detroit. I don't know what their problem.
Do you think they kicked Stevan? This is the opposite. Stevan did not want to wrestle.
Yeah, they definitely did not kick him off the team.
Well,
They
need to
juggled
get it
their
back.
lineup
If they
all
want to
year.
win in Detroit, they need to get it back.
Like, he's not coming back. I mean, listen,
Well,
he's on the team and he's not coming. I mean, he's on the Olympic team. He's not coming. I don't think he's coming back to wrestle.
well, so maybe after the Olympics are over, he gets back on the team.
Why would that makes no sense to me personally.
Listen, it's an NCAA team title. Not a lot of people win them. They should convince him to come back.
Yeah, if they couldn't convince him this year, I don't see how they would next year. But maybe he would obviously help them. You never know.
Yes.
That's
All
the
right,
thing.
back
They're
on
not
track.
scoring really any point. They're not even qualified at 33.
Correct.
Jeez.
Yeah, he hurt them bad not coming back because I have Michigan.
I would definitely hire the Serbian mafia to bring him back.
Definitely.
They can't be that expensive. The GDP of that country is not all that high.
I'm pretty sure Serbia is all right.
I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, look up their GDP. That's what the people need.
I'll look up their mafia too.
All right, give up.
Look it up per capita as well.
Look up their per capita mafia.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking up, of course.
Bracky, hit up.
Mafia heat map.
Give your.
They're
your predictions.
84th in the world, so it's not all that great.
Top 100.
All right, here we
Mafia
go.
rankings?
Michael Kimmer, NC2A champion
There it is.
over Carter Saraki.
I hate when people say NC2A.
I was just gonna ask everybody's
I
feelings
kinda
on
love
that,
it. I
and
kinda
yeah,
love
I'm not
it.
mad
Yeah.
at it as a consistent thing. But when you go, when
I
it's-
also only want it to be old people though. It's cooler when the old people do it. Because
what's the
they-
cutoff line?
because-
What's the age?
I don't know.
50 or older? 60?
It's not really an age. You just gotta look at it and be like, they've seen some stuff. Like they've been around.
Okay, so yeah, it's an experience
Yeah.
factor less than a
Like I
complete age.
saw
cannot,
the
I
Civil
cannot
War
say it.
with
I
their
can't
own
say
eyes.
it, but
I mean, you did it. You reeled it off pretty well there. It was smooth.
Thanks, man.
You pulled it off.
So I have Staraki in the finals. Third place, Mikey Labriola. Fourth place, D. Romero, Demetrius Romero. I also have Romero quarterfinal.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys do too.
Is that going to be the highest scoring name in the tournament, Romero? You know, if you take just the last
Lee
name.
will be pretty high.
There's got to be some
Oh,
Lees.
that's true.
Yeah,
There's a
Lees.
good amount of
There's a
Lees.
bunch of Lees that are good. Let's see. Then I have Logan Massa over K. Romero for fifth, sixth, and Donnell DJ Washington over Bullard for seventh.
Okay.
In blood rounds,
All right.
I got Ben's Missouri Tiger, Peyton Mako losing to Massa.
Me too.
I have Washington over Hastings
Me
in the
too.
blood round. I have K. Romero over Bernie Truax.
Ooh, I have Himmauer being Truax.
Truax v. Good. That's a good. I have that match too. I
I
just
think
went
you
with
didn't have him
Truax.
on All-American.
And then
No.
Bullard over Andrew McNally.
I have him over McMurphy.
Yeah, you guys are copying off each other's assignment. That's
We have
minus
different.
points.
We have different placers.
All right.
No one
I
can
got,
listen. No one can copy my
What?
work.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
I
That's
make
true.
that impossible.
Yeah.
Unplagiarizable.
You cannot copy this.
No
Chicken,
way.
chicken scratch.
cannot-
There's
copy
different
this
colors.
chicken
It kind
scratch.
of looks like abstract art at the MoMA.
It does. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. This will be
You want a funny
appreciated more.
story? Can I tell you a
after
funny story real quick?
We love them.
Okay. I will not name names, but I was in a class. I was in a class with two Mizzou wrestlers. One of the guy who was the copier was not a starter at any point in time, I don't believe. And I'm here, middle guy, other guy. And all of a sudden, we're starting, you had the blue books, you write your name on the test, right?
Right.
And I look at the guy in the middle, and he's writing the other guy's name on the blue book. And
Oh
I
my
look
gosh.
and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I was just trying to get a head start. I was going to copy off him.
He put the other guy's name.
Yes, he wrote the other guy's name. And then I said, bro, why? If you're going to copy off him, why do you copy off me? Why you copy off him? He goes, well, if I copied off you, my grade would have been too good and they would have known I cheated.
That's a true legend. That's like that guy. You could tell he's cheated his whole life.
He's experienced. yeah.
because that's the kind of logic. He's like, I don't want you to write the paper, too smart. 3 syllable max.
It's like when AJ stole the test in The
Right.
Sopranos, and they're like,
Ferrari?
Did you write our screenplay, Ollie?
It's in the works. It's in the works.
Okay.
I have the outline, and then you take it to the next step. So it's in the.
So you did nothing.
I outlined it.
Okay.
He didn't.
Yeah, I outlined it.
All right, share me the outline real quick. And we'll
It's a mental outline.
Okay.
I'll share the name with you guys after the show, and you guys would die laughing at who it is. I think you guys will both know him.
Okay.
All right.
That's funny.
It's definitely Bader.
It's
It's not Bader. I never classified him because he's too
Bader
much older than me. He's so
yeah.
old.
Shots fired at Bader's age.
Yeah.
He's at least 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
Super old.
We are.
All right.
We are
I
aging.
have Caleb Romero getting over the hump against Carter Starocki
Ooh, love it.
after beating Demetrius Romero in the quarterfinals. So he goes upset to the finals, loses a very close one to Michael Kemmerer. Carter Starocki takes third place by beating Mikey Labriola. Mikey Labriola also had a very close one with Michael Kemmerer.
Just so you know, you put Mike Labriola getting third, not Carter Starocki.
Oh, that's what I meant. Actually, I have that right there. ML.
Okay. Boom.
Yeah,
Yep.
my bad.
ML for Carter Starocki. That's how I remember him.
Yeah, that match could go either way. We're not sure.
For sure.
Peyton Mako, 5th place
Oh my
over
gosh.
Daniel Bullard. Man, I kind of looked back at this one and I said, what was I doing here?
What are you doing? You have Massa, Washington, and Romero in the round of 12, so you can make
Bernie
way for
Trouts.
Mako, Bullard, and
Bernie
Truex.
Trouts over Lance Runyon, Panther Train.
What's wrong with you? Ben, what are you doing? There's no style points.
Lance Runyon is hurt too. He's
hurt.
He defaulted out of Big 12s. I don't know how healthy he is.
I'm pretty sure he's the
Really?
29 seed. Is he the 20?
Yeah,
he's the 29.
he loses to Mike Labriola. Then he comes back and he beats Hayden Hastings. And then he beats Mason Kaufman upset Austin Murray first round. Austin Murphy first round.
That could happen.
I mean, Lance Runyon.
And then he beats
would
Donnell Washington.
So Lance Runyon. Let's say he loses to Labriola first round, like you're saying. He then has the Jackson Himauer, Trey Munoz loser.
Yeah, Jackson Himauer was going to beat Trey Munoz.
Okay, but Trey Munoz is really good.
That's his first wrestle match.
Well, I mean, are we exaggerating here? He is a 20 seed.
No, we're not exaggerating. He's taking Truex to
He's a
sudden
20
victory.
seed.
All right, well, we're talking about the 29. Listen, Runyon's day is coming. I believe that. It's just the day is not tomorrow.
Listen, Panther Train they did not have their best Big 12s. I'm picking them to have their best NCAAs.
Munoz is literally beating Runyon this year.
3-2 though.
Close.
Listen,
It was close.
Kyle, let me tell you this. Every year,
Oh, here we go.
if we look back at old NCAA tournaments, there would be things that make you throw up your hands and get all crazy. But they still happen. They happen. That's
But you're
you guys
only
are discounting
predicting
this.
them.
I know.
You guys
No.
want all the logic to happen. All the logic does not happen. Crazy stuff happens. That's what happens at NCAA.
But not only crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, you're kind of making the exception.
Well, I'm
the
not.
rule
I
here.
got Michael. I got the top four. The top four.
But then you went straight. Like, one guy going on a run's a thing, but like Mako, Bullard, Truex, Runyon as the final four All-Americans at this weight
Okay,
is.
let me see.
That's lunacy.
Let me see what Bullard did. Okay, Bullard beats Surratt. He loses Donnell in round 2. He comes down here. Then he beats. Let me see who he beat. He beats Clay Lout. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
He upset Andrew McNally. That's possible. And then he
That is
upsets
possible.
Bernie Truex.
Okay, we just have very different draws for
Okay.
him.
Bernie Truex, let me tell you about him. He loses to Logan Massa round 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then, unfortunately, he upset my guy Jackson Himauer. I would have preferred Jackson to win that one. Truex got him, unfortunately.
I mean, I
Then
had
he
Truex
beats-
in the blood round too.
Yeah, then he beats Demetrius Romero in a gigantic upset. Because upsets happen at the NCAA 2A tournament.
Who beats Massa in the round of 12? Mako? Oh, here we go.
Oh, you know.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Mako time,
okay.
baby.
Oh, Mako Taco. All right. I have Massa beating Mako. Crazy things can happen.
Let's see. So, Demetrius Romero. Oh, this is Truex. They had a sudden victory match. FYI. right away in January. So Truex beating Demetrius Romero is not all that crazy.
I know.
I agree. But I just think a little more respect on Demetrius's name. Okay. Well, hey. I respect the effort. It's good. It's exciting. What else to talk about at 74? We hit a lot of it. What about the Hokie Hour? Our man Dakota Howard, can he pull the upset over McNally in round 1? Because I wrote it down on my paper. Did you write it down?
What?
Come
I'm
on,
sorry, I was
Steve.
reading something.
Dakota Howard over McNally.
I did not write that. It was
Howard. Hokie hater. He hated on the Hokies, and the team scores prove it.
I don't understand how, because I feel like I have Latona in the finals. I have Mackay placing higher than you did.
Mm-hmm.
I have Bolin taking 3rd.
I have Kaka
You have
winning.
Corbin Myers placing high.
Yes, I have 3rd.
You must have done something wrong. I don't know what you did.
What'd you do?
Maybe you did, yeah. Maybe you added on break because that's a lot of points right there.
Well, I didn't do the
I-
adding. Christian did the adding, so maybe he did this to embarrass me.
That would be fun, but that's not what I did.
Did
I
you
wouldn't
embarrass
really
me,
trust
Barry?
I'm gonna
CP's
embarrass
math.
you. No, it's not my math.
I have Andonian placing top 6. They all say VT.
We should get JD to add up the team points.
No. I
Yeah,
did it
that's
right.
like 5 All-Americans. Check what
Yeah.
you guys did with Mizzou's team points too while you're at it.
You got
No, I won't.
You got second. You have them getting second place, only 10 behind Iowa.
Me?
Oh my god.
You have them
Sounds
10
like some
points
good
behind
picks.
Iowa. That is ludicrous. I have them,
Yeah,
just for a reference point, I have them 96 points behind Iowa.
That's terrible picks, Christian.
And I got him like 100 points behind Iowa, 99
You're-
points
Christian,
behind Iowa.
You're actually not even allowed to go to the NCAAs in Kansas City anymore because of those picks.
I will go. I
Nope,
will go.
ban.
I will be there. You can't ban me. Fascist. I am kind of curious about Bracky's picks, why they're... Maybe I'll do them
Yeah,
again.
that doesn't really make a whole bunch of sense.
Yeah, but, what?
I even picked
I
Andy
actually
Smith to
think-
place.
That should have helped.
I think Donnell Washington and Peyton wrestled at Flow Nationals. I want to say 2018. I was trying to find it, but I can't find it.
All right, I'm going to try to find it.
Okay.
So is that 2018? Is that the right year? Yes, I believe that's the right year.
All right, I'm going to recalculate Bracky scores. Y'all cover me. Go 84 while I
Okay.
double
Let's see.
trickle-
I'll
triple
talk about
check.
184 pounds.
You start, Ben.
And I'll
be
talk about
good.
how I have the best picks because I have the best picks. You guys
Okay.
are just jealous. I got Aaron Brooks. Aaron Brooks over Trent Hidley in the finals.
Hidley?
Almost.
Back and forth on that. You had a hesitation too, where you were going to say
Yeah.
Hidley and you went the other way.
I always remember like I've said it wrong and I don't remember which one the wrong one is. And I don't remember which one the right one is anymore.
Yeah, we've all been
One of
there.
those things.
We've
It
all been
happens.
there.
All been there. Okay. Aaron Brooks beats Hunter Bolin in the semis. Hidley beats Louis Dupre. What craziness. Parker Keckheisen comes all the way back and takes 3rd place after losing in the quarters to Hunter Bolin. He beats Rocky Jordan, then he beats Taylor Venz, then he beats Louis Dupre, and then he beats Hunter Bolin. Oh, yeah.
So
Let's
you
go
have
Parker
like Rocky
Keckheisen.
Jordan in the blood round.
Dude, I have Rocky
Rocky
Jordan
Jordan.
on a run, bro. I
Well,
got
let me tell you what
Rocky
happened
doing
here.
it.
Rocky Jordan lost first round to Jeremiah Kent.
Right.
Then he beats Matt Waddell. Then he beat Tate Samuelson. Big upset there. Tate Samuelson didn't have the elevation to help him.
That's true.
Then he beats Lane Maxalewski, or however the heck you say his name.
That's
And
exactly
he loses
it.
to Parker.
That was great.
I mean, he's literally lost to
That's reasonable.
Malshewski this year.
Literally.
Malshewski.
Anytime
Malshewski's really
Bracky
good on
drops a
top,
literally,
though.
you know you
So
effed up.
I think that Malshewski probably doesn't get on top in this match because if he gets on top, he's gonna.
I
be
mean,
fucked.
he's getting on top.
He's just going to take top.
No, he's not, and he didn't get on top.
Okay, so I got a little different for Rocky. I'm losing first round, and then I picked Samuelson over Wilson, over Britt Wilson, and then I have
Okay.
Wilson beating Rocky Jordan, and Rocky Jordan's day being done, tournament being done, season being done.
Life.
No,
All right.
Life
Okay, Virginia
being
Tech's
done.
on the podium. I don't know where it spat out the numbers last time. I looked at the wrong thing, but
So you did,
So I
yeah.
did-
So I bet recheck the Mizzou scores because I bet you guys messed those up too.
Yeah,
No, we didn't because we only have like 3 or 4 AAs for them.
yeah. I just looked at the wrong output sheet thing. Don't worry about it. I'm updating
fix it.
I'm fixing it right now. Don't worry. Don't you worry,
I was
Steve.
trying to break into my podcast studio, and I don't
Trying to
know
make the
what it is.
Hokies mad at me. There we go.
Tell
We
her
both
my
have
wife.
2 ACC teams in the top
Let's
4.
go. We love ACC. And all right, got it.
Wow,
Got it.
Mizzou moved up to 8th place in my rankings, Ben.
8th. They're like not quite 100 back. All right. So here's my picks. 184 pounds. I also am. I believe in Rocky. 5'8" Rocky Jordan. I have him. Wow.
Hey, you guys are gonna love what my wife brought me today, Christian Piles.
Okay, what's that?
And it's funny because I was making I was making fun of this guy earlier already on the show. But look at what she must be bored this morning or something. Look at what she did.
Oh, Precious Painter. That's great. What, she just do a little Photoshop and just print them and tape them to your mug?
I
No, I
guess
think it's
so.
just
I don't know.
cut out and taped there.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's just cut out and taped.
She's a great taper, though.
She's a great taper.
Very clean.
So listen,
Mark Bader, Mark Bader would be a cute baby.
he would be, and he had a cute,
I can't picture him as a baby.
and he
He's
had a cute
man.
baby, which is further evidence that he would have been a cute baby. All right, let me
Yeah,
talk
like,
to you
just
about
picture
someone.
That thing. Look, picture that thing as a baby. Look.
It's a grown man. He has long hair.
Yeah. All right, let me talk to you about someone I know. Okay, this person
All right, go.
lost by fall to Phil Spadafora, Clay Lout. He lost to Brandon Womack. He lost to Logan Stanley. He lost
we
to
playing
Andrew,
Guess This Person
Andrew,
or something?
Andrew McNally. Okay, and then this year he beat looking like looking like one qualifier and lost to Britt Wilson. Okay. Are you feeling like this is a 9 seed type of person? Because I don't.
Oh, you're picking on Mizzou. You're picking on Mizzou. I get it.
That's
I get it.
That man's name is Jeremiah Kent. And he's going down round 1 to Rocky Jordan.
He's pretty good. Actually,
No.
Jeremiah Kent always annoyed the crap out of me because he beat Parker in like 3 round of 12s in a row. So I couldn't stand him because he kept beating Parker.
you got to. Well,
Now
I
he
agree
goes
with
to
you,
Mizzou,
CP,
so I
you
like
do
it.
have to mention the fact that he beat Tate Samuelson this year.
I did. That's his only qualifier.
Oh,
win.
you did not.
Yes,
you
I did.
not mention
Whoa.
that.
I said he beat
You
one
tried
qualifier.
glossing
Yeah, but you didn't say
over
who
that.
it was. You said he beat
Yeah,
one
yeah, you
qualifier.
did.
about it.
That's a pretty good win when Samuelson has 2 wins over Gear and made the Big 12 finals.
That's a good win. But that's the one win. And then he lost to Britt Wilson by fall at Max. Okay? And are we crowning Britt Wilson? I'm not crowning Britt Wilson.
Britt Wilson's a pretty solid
So,
wrestler.
listen, here's all I'm saying. There is very likely very little difference between Jeremiah Kent of last year and Jeremiah Kent this year. And the results would. I think so.
We'll make crazy assumptions.
That's not a crazy assumption when you get pinned by Britt Wilson. It's not crazy.
Well, how did he get pinned? Was he getting whooped and then got pinned? Because I'm blanking on the match. You know what? Actually, I was helping someone build, so I watched Mako and I watched Keegan and Mako. Then I turned off the stream.
It was. I think Wilson was on top, and it was
Yeah.
kind of like I'm gonna try to scramble from here situation. Got pinned.
Got pinned in a tilt, I think.
It was not a tilt.
It was a 2-on-1 tilt.
Not a tilt. He's just being mean now.
Okay, so listen, Mr. Upsets happen. This is the one I'm picking. I don't think Jeremiah Kent is the
Who?
Ninth
You know who
best
else
guy.
he pinned last year? You want to know who else he pinned last year? Mr. Christian Piles?
who?
He pinned down at Washington.
That was old DJ. This is the new DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, so not DJ gets new over this season, but he doesn't?
Yeah, he beat Staraki.
That was the past. This is
Yeah,
now.
but
In the wise
other
words
people
of
can get
CDP.
better. Also, would be my point.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Okay.
Only one of them got
He
pinned by Britt
also
Wilson
beat
this
Connor
year.
Flynn twice last year, too, and Connor Flynn was pretty good.
Yo.
Doley pinned Connor Flynn last year.
Yeah, Connor Flynn, no. I know you love
Yeah,
him.
he was solid.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, make your picks.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm sorry. I had to go off a little bit about Jeremiah Kent. So I have Rocky beating him and then losing to Venz. I have Venz losing to Brooks. Brooks beating Bolin. who beat Nelson.
Wait. Tom, did you just say Rocky Jordan first round upset over Jeremiah Kent?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he's been
That's
talking
the
about for
whole-
like 5 minutes.
That's my entire point.
Well, I had to go get my coffee.
But you were literally sitting there. You can go anywhere.
I went over there.
Okay.
I was trying to break in, but I had the door locked for my kids. But I
All right,
didn't door locked for my wife.
that's good. Hey, I have Nelson Brands going around. Let me give you my top 8 here. 8th
Ooh,
place.
I got Nelson Brand's All-American.
Yeah, I got him.
I do too. Sue me.
I
Wow.
won't. John Posnanski 8th. Parker Keckeisen 7th. That one kind of hurt. Nelson Brand 6th. Taylor Venz 5th. Lou Dupre 4th. Hunter Bolin 3rd. Trent Hidley 2nd. Aaron Brooks 1st place champion at the NCAA wrestling tournament. So here's how I got there. I got Nelson losing to Bolin, right? That checks out. And then I have him going through Kane, then Weiler, which is a pretty tough wrestleback. And then round of 12, I have Nelson beating Samuelson, who
I
like.
literally have the exact same, all 3 of those in a row.
I like Samuelson, but I have Nelson beating him. And then
I knew one of you guys was plagiarizing off each other.
well, he ain't. I guess. Yeah. No, I filled mine. No. Then I have Nelson beating
plagiarizing?
Posnanski
You
the
in
next
there.
round.
I have Paz winning because he just beat him at Big Ten.
I think he's going to get him this time. So I have Nelson beating Posnanski and then losing to Bolin again, and then Bolin beating Dupre. And that's kind of like the super juicy stuff. I have Keckeisen. Keckeisen's draw is not good, Ben. He has a tough draw.
What do you mean he's the number 5? Or I'm
He's
sorry,
the-
it's the number 4. Because Sammy Colbert and Chris Weiler, I think, is a good matchup for him, actually.
Colbert is listen. That's
Colbert's the
tough.
top 29. We're talking
Yes.
about the toughest 29 in the tournament. That might be the toughest 29.
Well, I don't know. You have
I don't know, Lance
you have-
Runyon's
Lance
pretty
Runyon's
tough.
the 29th seed. I think you have him 3rd.
Oh, you're right. He's second toughest. Second toughest.
Colbert's the toughest 29 seed.
I need Ben to rank the
I
29
actually have
seeds.
Colbert coming back to the round of 12 after losing first round.
I really respect Colbert a lot. I think that's a close match. That's like a 3-2, 4-1 kind of match for Keckeisen. Weiler's is super savvy. I do like the matchup for him, but
Why
I'm
is
just saying
Colbert the 29, guys?
he ain't done
He
nothing.
hardly wrestled this year.
Only got 9 matches.
I mean, his only losses are to Keckeisen, Clothier, and Gear. I guess did Clothier not even make the tournament?
He's in there.
Yeah, Calder made a tournament. Come on.
18
What
seed.
number?
He
is
literally beat Colbert.
18. Yeah, he beat Colbert Big 12.
Literally.
Yeah,
I think
don't know.
Sammy
feel like
had to
that's kinda
get in at
low.
large too.
Yes, he
Anytime
did.
you get in at large, you're gonna get
A bad seed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
he
you're
obviously had
Makai
some
Lewis.
big wins. Like,
Max
I
Mann.
mean, it's kind of annoying. Normally, I would say probably don't carry much over from year to year, but when your year was so small, it feels like you should just carry over a little bit. You know, like give the guys who had some big wins last year, give them a little nudge there.
Well, they clearly did with Makai.
Carrying
Yeah.
over from 2 years
So they
ago
didn't
with
certain
Makai.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. So, what else do I have? So I have Keckeisen.
Who's your chip nest of the tournament?
Oh, for
The
Chip
Ripper.
nest.
That's half your
Was
bracket.
he the
Ben.
15 seed or 17 seed or what was he?
Chip.
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 He was just chucking war medals entire tournament. He said we got there. I don't know who my chip. I don't think I have a chip for this one. I mean,
Chip Ness
Okay.
was the 15 seed.
so who is the 15 seed? Because maybe we should just make that guy.
Lane Mauszewski.
Oh snap! I kind of
Oh.
like it.
Leigh
Who I
Valshewski, chip
who
nest
I
of the
have in the
tournament.
blood round.
I have Lane losing to Hidley, and then what happens to the young man? Oh, I have Kent beating him. That's probably wrong.
That's wrong.
I
Yeah.
should-
Ryan
Kent.
Reyes also lost to Jeremiah Kent and is also in the tournament this year too. Christian.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Ryan Reyes.
You
who
should,
has-
you should your facts correct when you're making
Ryan
character
Reyes.
assassination.
Ryan Reyes, who has no wins over anyone in the tournament and was
Wow,
Yeah,
I didn't say he was
shouldn't have,
good.
got,
He's the
shouldn't have
31
gotten a wild card.
I don't count
Ryan
him.
Reyes.
He's not my qualifier.
Man, you guys are so hateful this morning. So
Well, not hateful.
you guys
I
keep
just,
this. You guys keep this hatefulness up. I'm leaving.
Whoa!
I'm gonna go cuddle with my Bader mug. Sweet Bader.
Oh wow, this is getting it's quite a hallmark moment. Okay, what else at 84 before we move on? Brooks, we've talked about it ad nauseum that we think he's going to win. I guess we all think he's going to win.
yeah, I got Brooks
Michael
over
Novak is
Hidley.
correct. My chip award is we should call it the Chipper Award is Yaya Thomas.
Oh yeah, we both have Yaya going on a run.
Yep.
Bracky, not a fan of Yaya.
I have Yaya losing in the round before the blood round to Griffin Perriott, who he just lost to last
That's
week.
called the pre-blood round.
No,
That's
it's
what
not.
called.
Oh,
Everyone
stop with the
No,
prees.
it's
That's what it's called. I don't choose the tournament. What the nomenclature. It's
Drew
just
Prees over here.
Drew Priest. I don't even know what that means. Let's
I
go
got a
to
huge upset 97.
Oh,
Cannot wait.
Elam wins a chip.
Go,
I
Ben.
told you that. Unfortunately, Elam lost to Jacob Morton in the 12. Noah Adams over the hump against Stephen Buchanan. He carries the excitement, enthusiasm, and he upsets number 1 ranked Miles Amin.
Let's go. I
And
kind
then he
of
falls
love it.
to AJ Ferrari the next round.
No, if he
Let's
beats
go.
me,
he's gonna beat Ferrari again. Even though I didn't pick it.
yeah, you didn't pick it. I do have Adams getting over the hump of Buchanan,
Same. So it's totally gonna happen.
but I have him losing to Amin in the next round. I just since the preseason, I've said if Amin goes 97, I think he's the best guy at this weight. And even though I kind of want to go fast twitch, it's don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm just sticking with my original pick. There's nothing like calling your shot a year ago and having it come to fruition in March.
He literally just wrote one letter for each line that Amin advances in the bracket.
I did that for Dayton too.
Oh my
A-M-I-N-E.
gosh.
Just I wrote
He wrote
I just-
A, then M, then I, then N, then E.
You really do get artistic with it.
I did
like
that
it.
with Gable. I did that with Dayton. I think anytime I get that 5
Yeah, I was gonna say you need a pretty specific name
Look.
to do it with.
if you're looking for it, there it is. Let's see. Can you get in real tight there? This is how
Oh yeah.
that looks good, doesn't it?
No, it looks like
Whoa.
trash.
Your handwriting is pathetic. You guys were. Oh my god.
Listen, I have some sort of motor skill disorder or something.
And then look, Tyler, can we get zoomed in on
Listen,
this? Look
okay.
how nice and neat that is.
This
Let's-
is
yeah,
I can't see
his
yours,
penmanship
Becky.
is
It's
impeccable.
hold on,
white.
it's coming.
It's coming.
Oh,
You
oh,
look
it's
like
coming
a
in.
kindergarten
A little
teacher.
more. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks so nice and neat.
Listen, congratulations. No one even writes anymore. I'm out of practice. I don't have to write. All I do is maybe I sign a fake signature on my receipts. Do you guys just mail in the signature?
Oh,
for,
yeah.
I
It depends on the
Yeah,
moment.
it's a VA.
Sometimes I
VA.
put a nice effort towards it, and sometimes I just do an O and a scribble. Sometimes
I'll just do a C and a line and just hit accept, and
Well-
that's it.
Okay, C and a line. Now you turn on the. So now if I'm gonna go, if I steal your credit card, I'm gonna go buy a car or something. I just
That's
do
how
a C
most
and then a
people
line.
buy cars.
That's
Do
what
it
I
one
do.
credit cards.
swiperoo the credit card.
Yep.
What's your limit on your credit card, Piles?
Not a car.
I got a couple Seabrings worth of.
All right, so if I buy I'll buy a handful of disc golf baskets, C and then line through it. Got it.
Yeah, I think the hard part is
You can bang
not.
some chains, dude.
Listen, I like that Ben thinks that replicating someone's signature is the hard part of stealing a credit
of
card.
the fraud.
Like,
Your credit card. I'll be around you at some point. I'll just take a picture. Boom. Put it. Type boom. Type it in a line. I'm sure I can get
you don't
if
even
I
have to
ask you for
sign
your
anything
address,
online.
I'll ask
There's
you
no
for your address
signatures
to mail
online.
you something. Then I'll have your zip code also. Oh, it's over. And then I know how to sign it. See and line through it. I have all the parts completed.
That's not
will
the
not
hard-
know who's told.
Ben, you could sign it any way you want. You could probably sign it Ben Askren and no one would even know because no one looks at
Well,
the
that'd be
signature.
obvious because if you took me to court and you said no,
Yeah, it says Ben Askren right there.
He's
got a point. He's Ocean's 11 right now.
I'm
dude.
not indulging
Yes.
this as
No, I like
some
it.
legitimate caper.
I'm
This
in
is
it.
not- you're not slick at all. This is
Ben,
not
let's get
slick.
him. Let's get him, Ben.
Let's get
You get him.
Ben, let's
It's
get
not-
him.
if you take me to
You should be
court,
worried about
it's like,
Ollie.
The Ben and Ollie Mafia
He
are
knows
joining.
people.
You have ties?
I don't know anybody.
You
I don't
know
know what you're
people.
talking about, Kyle. Shh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get whacked for saying that.
I don't know about that, but
Oh man. Okay. Well, mob ties aside, you have who do you have winning? Benjamin.
Eric Schultz.
Okay. Over
He
Fast
beats
Twitch.
AJ Ferrari in the finals.
Oh boy.
I'm not mad
You
at
know
that.
about,
Are you
of
mad
course,
at
he
that?
upset Cordell Norfleet.
I just think if Schultz and Mr. Fast Twitch wrestle, Mr. Fast Twitch will win that match.
I kind of agree, actually.
With who?
I see your point.
Okay. I have Adams getting over the hump against Buchanan. He's due. I mean,
Yeah.
he's due. And then he loses in sudden victory, it's the worst call of all time to Amin.
Yes.
Everyone, I mean, it's a call we're talking about for years to come afterwards about how bad it is. I actually think Noah got a takedown, and instead of holding up 2 for Adams, he held it up for Amin, and then the classic NCAA, they won't go look at it or
They
change
won't look at it.
Right.
Oh my
That's
God.
how bad it is. But then Noah wrestles back for 3rd place, beats Mr. Fast Twitch
Valiantly.
for 3rd and 4th, like he already has once this season. Amin over Ferrari in the semi. Ferrari gets by Warner. I got Cordell Norfleet in the finals.
Me too.
North.
Wow.
I got Norfleet in the finals. I kind of like him. I mean, he's had a great year. He pin slayed Buchanan, undefeated, been dominant. He's putting up big scores. I know his competition's not been great, but the one time he hit someone really good, he pinned him in under 2 minutes. So that's good. I think Schultz is going to have a hard time scoring on him. I mean, Norfleet's draw, for the record, is not great.
It's tough.
Hey.
It's really tough.
Whether you get Panola or Bolsic in the second round, that's tough.
That's
Whether
tough.
you get Aiello Bonacorsi in the quarters, that's tough. And then whoever you get in the semi is tough.
Nino was so tough for me because I think his draw is really tough as well. And I have him not placing, I believe. Yeah, I have him losing to Buchanan in the round of 12.
I have him beating Buchanan. I think that's a good matchup for him.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or isn't. I just kind of wanted to. I felt like Buchanan just had a really good year. He scores a lot. I feel like that's a fun match. 'Cause
Oh, it's gonna
both
be
of
high.
them-
It's gonna be high scoring.
Both of them are crazy, and I feel like Buchanan has like been in these like tough matches throughout the year. Not that Nino hasn't, but I don't know. I just went coin flip there, and I had Buchanan beating Nino in the round of 12. I have Caffey beating Davison in the round of 12.
Same.
I have Adams beating Aiello in the round of 12.
Same.
And I have Warner beating Elam in the round of 12.
Same.
Wow, we went same.
We copied each other's work, Ben.
We did. It's so fun.
Hey, so
He wasn't listening.
Rocky Elam actually has a tough match. Jake Woodley's the 26.
Yeah, it's
and
BS.
I knew it was undeserving, and I wanted to go look at this. He has 7 losses this year. You ready for this?
Hit me.
Norfleet, Adams, Ferrari, Adams, Sloan.
It's BS.
It's BS. But you know what? When
that's
you give
brutal.
every Missouri Tiger up 4 to 5 slots, that's going to hit someone somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Apologize.
He's not even listening.
Take it back.
Yeah.
Take Rocky Elam's 11 seed back.
It's on you.
He's a 7.
Rocky
He's a 7
Elam,
seed.
he's a 7. not
7.
11.
Sorry, I don't know why I said 11. Take it back, dude.
Take it
Put
back.
him at 11. He should be at 11.
He's undefeated.
Undefeated.
Who's his best win? Ben Smith?
Undisputed.
Ben Smith.
Ben Smith? Injury
Listen,
default
he
against
can't help
Stephen
it that no one
Buchanan.
good showed up, and the Big Ten refused to wrestle anybody. That is not his fault.
What about the Cowboy Challenge?
They didn't want to get the Rona. They got the Oklahoma Rona. They'd all be screwed.
They
were
wanted
gonna let us
Mahler.
on
They
Max.
just wanted.
They sent Brock Mahler.
They wanted Mahler to get the Rona.
No, Mahler already had the Rona, so he couldn't get it again.
Is that true?
It's disputable.
That's true. They,
Oh.
anyone who was in their window.
Oh,
got to go.
so this is serious. Sometimes I don't know if it's a gimmick with you, but like
No, that was
literally,
serious. That was serious.
they were just sending people based on who had and hadn't had the Rona.
And who was within the 90 days.
Got it. Okay. All right.
So if you were out of your 90 days, you didn't get to go because if you got quarantined, you would miss Max.
Got it. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So I have I really feel like this bracket is the one. If you want to go crazy on this one because I think a lot of stuff could happen. I think someone out of that 8-9, you could see someone out of that 8-9 in the finals. I do think they.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys can beat a mean.
For sure.
Okay, AJ Ferrari can beat a mean. Jacob Warner can probably beat AJ Ferrari, although I don't think it's a great matchup.
How badly is Terrence Sloan hurt? Do we have an injury on him?
Just watching him at Big
I
12,
don't think it's great.
I'm writing him off. I don't think he's right.
Really, that bad?
Yes. He did not look right at all. He did not look like.
And, I mean, watch out in round 1. Max Shaw is good.
Max Shaw is good. I've been kind of like, I think I have him. No, I don't have him in the round of 12, but I have him kind of doing good. I think Max Shaw is pretty tough. I have him losing to Aiello.
I almost picked Caffey over Eric Schultz. Almost.
I thought about it. Actually, I had a hard enough time picking Caffey to beat. Oh, you picked Caffey over Elam then, didn't you?
Mm.
So you know.
Look at you.
So he knows.
Yes.
Look at you.
He knows the truth.
No, Caffey's really good.
Yeah,
Tough to wrestle.
he's pretty good.
Very unique style.
He had a good. That's my thing. I think that's a tough for Elam. First time feeling that kind of a guy in
Yes.
folk style. I think it's just I think it's a tough one for him. So I have Schultz beating Caffey. I feel actually pretty confident in that. I feel confident in Schultz making the semis. It's this Norfleet, Nino, and Aiello, that section, and the AJ Amin and Adams and Buchanan. That stuff is all crazy to me. 97 rules. I love this weight class. It's going to be really fun. These guys wrestle.
Yes.
They all
I actually
wrestle.
kind of think, I feel like I remember you guys saying this is a really bad weight class this year. And when I look at this weight class, it doesn't feel bad to me. It feels
I've
like
never said that.
there's
Yes,
a lot of
you
really
have.
good, you
Ben,
have.
I did not say it. Don't say you guys.
I
Say
think-
Christian Piles. I did not say that.
Okay, because like it's good. Like we go all the way down to 12. Lucas Davison. There's some good dudes in this bracket.
Yes, this weight is going to be awesome
Good.
from start to finish. It's good.
Listen, I never said it wasn't going to be entertaining. I just think there's not a lot of it's not like there's not a Colin Moore in this bracket. There's not a Bo Nickel. There's not a
Yeah, we don't even know.
I think,
Colin
but I
Moore
think
would've
it's
won
much
last
deeper
year.
than it has been.
I kind of do.
Well, we don't know that for a fact.
I feel pretty certain.
Hey, so
You can
Norfleet.
feel pretty
I'm still-
certain about it if you want, but we'll never find out.
Oh my god! I actually have Norfleet not placing because he loses at the bottom course in the quarters. If Buchanan's around 12. And this is one where, are you guys forgetting? Now this year he's had a great year. He had the win over Woodley, which was an overtime match, and he had the win over Keegan Moore, which was close. And then obviously he pinned Stephen Buchanan. But besides that, no big wins. And last year he lost to Wyatt Coling in the Mizzou Arizona State duel. And I remember that. And remembering that, you know, Wyatt Coling is not the starter this year at Mizzou. Like I'm having a very hard time in my mind putting him like in that really upper echelon. And so that's kind of why I picked him to lose the my course seed. And obviously, I think Stephen Buchanan's really, really good. So
Yeah,
and I think you guys probably feel similarly.
I agree.
We do.
And I don't think it's crazy to say he doesn't place either. I have him in the finals, and the way this weight is constructed, that's not crazy because if he loses to Nino, which I think we all think is possible, he's going to have Buchanan. Yeah, I would have the exact same path. I would have Buchanan or Adams in the round of 12. That's super losable. And I know he pinned Buchanan, but he could also lose to him.
Yeah.
But I don't have that. I have Norfleet doing the thing. This is a very fun way.
I wonder if Wyatt Coling will transfer somewhere next year because he still beat Marcus Coleman this year. And he lost to Parker, but Parker bumped up weight for an extra match. He'd be a solid starter for someone at 97 next year.
Yeah,
He should. Go get in the lineup, guys.
go start.
Seriously. Good lineup.
All right. The heavyweights, the big boys, big legs, bigger hearts. The official weight of hugs. We'll get it going.
Official weight of Oliver Stone.
The official weight of Oliver Stone, even though I don't think he can make the weight anymore. I think he's too
No,
small.
but it's his favorite weight class, right, Ollie?
It's certainly my favorite weight class. It was my former weight class, and I could beef up and make it.
Yeah, maybe. But you know what? Those days are
Maybe.
behind you. You're
Yeah.
like an 84 pounder right now.
Yeah, but my
maybe
hand
74.
fighting is always heavyweight, so.
That's good. You're the only person as slow as me in the office. It's nice to have someone that has a similar foot speed.
Hey,
Okay.
before we go to heavyweight, someone commented in the chat, and I would like to make note of this. I think this is probably the state of Illinois' breakthrough year. They've been so good, and I've had to watch them I've been running the academy for a decade now. I've been watching how good they were, and then they weren't having a lot of equivalent collegiate level success. And I think this is the year where they kind of have their breakthrough, and they're going to have. I feel like they're going to have a lot of All-Americans, like probably 10-ish, somewhere in there.
I think of the states, they have the second most team points in our by the numbers thing. It's
like-
predicted by
Really?
seeds.
I think they have like 33 qualifiers or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's felt like it's coming for a while, but there's been years where they've only had one or two All-Americans fairly recently.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, why is this success not translating? And it's finally starting to for them.
Yeah. It's a long topic of conversation because Illinois always wants a seat at the table in the elite states debate, but it hasn't translated from international high school styles, which is how they earn a lot of their rankings.
Yeah.
They do great at international, their freestyle, and then it doesn't quite translate to D1 folk style. So
Correct.
this is a big opportunity for the great state of Illinois. And mean-
Not just at 97, they have Schultz, they have Cam Caffey, they have Jacob Warner. Someone else I'm missing here from Illinois, right? Oh, Norfleet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the 2, the 3,
Definitely their weight
the
class.
5. What?
It's their weight class.
Official
Yeah.
weight class of Illinois.
It's their city.
Okay, so I'm gonna get it going. Here's my top 8. 8th place, Colton Schultz, Arizona State. 7th place, Jordan Wood, Lehigh. 6th place, Ethan Laird, Rider. 5th place, Greg Kirkfleet, Penn State. 4th, Matt Stencil. 3rd, Anthony Cassiope. 2nd, Mason Paris. And 1st place, Gable Dan Stevenson. He's my champ. My round of 12, I have Katka losing to Schultz, which I don't think is that audacious of a run for Katka, personally.
It's not.
I have Kirkfleet beating Hilger, which happened. I have Laird beating Lance, and I have Wood beating Grimmel. So that's how it happened.
Whoa.
Whoa, big whoa with the Grimmel loss there. I know.
All right,
Big
Ben.
Grim-
Grim's your boy. How you gonna do him like that?
I got G. Krem also losing to Carter Isley in the round of 12.
Oh my gosh.
Carter Isley!
The best
Panther
is
trade.
your guys' reactions that I just get to see on screen when he says it, and then it's just uniform, hands on the head, disappointment. Like, you just are really letting these guys down, Ben.
Man, we're live.
All right, Gable.
I can't go
Gable's
back.
winning. Gable's winning. Paris is in the finals with him. Let's see. Tony Cassiope beats Matt Stencil for 3rd place.
Mhm.
Carter Isley loses to Tony Cassiope in the Conti semis, as does Colton Schultz. Colton Schultz has a pretty good tournament, but he cannot beat Tony Cassiope or Matt Stencil. He takes 5th place. Now, the crazy upset, Zach Elam goes on a run and he beats Trent Hilger and Kirkvliet back-to-back. He gets on top of Kirkvliet, rides him out 2 periods in a row. What do you think about that?
I don't think it will happen, but
Say something hateful. Say something hateful.
I'm not going to be hateful because Kirkfleet, who knows? The
He
scenario
got
you
ridden for a long time.
the scenario you described is not unreasonable.
Yes.
I just think he'll get 2 to 3 takedowns and then coast and not have to go under.
I
if he
thought
goes
you were going
under,
to bring up the fact that Kirkvliet killed him in freestyle maybe 3 years ago or something.
no.
It was a while back. It
I mean, I
was
have
the
him
year that
winning.
Elam. Okay.
but
I
like
got Kirkvliet upset, or it's not really an upset, but beating Jordan Wood and then losing to Gable. And I think he's going to be worn out because I think Gable's going to want to prove a point. And they're not going to be all friendly anymore.
I think they're friends,
That's
though.
going to be a tough match.
He might not. He might not. He might be not.
No,
he's gonna embarrass him.
Gable's flipped a little bit of a switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he wants the Hodge, too. He's going to embarrass everybody.
Yes.
Pump the dip.
Like, he's going to embarrass Barry.
You need to watch I Think You Should Leave. And then you'd get all our references and laugh with us.
Yeah, I got Kirkfleet making the quarters, too, losing to Gable. Cassiope Schultz quarter, Cassiope winning, losing to Gable. Stencil going to the semis, another match with Mason Paris, but it's Mason Paris. Stevenson rolls in the finals. 3rd, Cassiope over Stencil. 5th, Kirkfleet over Laird. 7th, Schultz over Wood. I have Kirkfleet beating Elam in the blood round. Schultz over Wilson. Laird over Lance. Wood over Grimmel. Nothing else too.
I want Ben
Crazy.
to read me Carter Isley's tournament. I just want to hear every result.
Well, before that, I have Christian Lance over Deontay Wilson. Deontay Wilson gets the upset over Ethan Laird. Carter Isley, he loses first round to Hunter Katka.
Mm-hmm.
Good start.
Okay, then he beats Joe Doyle. I don't know
Joe Doyle
anything about
rules.
him. Okay, he beats Luke Luffman.
Okay.
Then he beats
already a stretch.
Who's JW? Oh, he upset Jordan Wood. He upsets Jordan Wood. Then he upsets Carter. His name's Carter. Gannon Gremmel. He upsets Gannon Gremmel before beating Christian Lance, then losing to Tony Cassiope, and then losing to Colton Schultz to close his tournament.
So Luffman, Wood, Gremmel.
Luffman, Wood, Grimmel, and then
Yeah.
he gave him also a win over Lance.
Lance, yeah. Good tournament.
Good tournament.
I love it. So when we say predictions, it's like Brad can all be like, I have Cassiope beating Schultz. Ben goes, unfortunately, Cassiope beat Schultz. He just says it as though it already happened. Like, remember when he kept saying Jordan lost to Dake? He's like, well, he got riding time. He wrote him out.
It happened. I don't know what you guys want me to do.
It was the mat
What
returns.
about?
So, yeah, very funny.
Honestly, hey, in all fairness, his 3 losses at the Big 12s were all in overtime. So this guy can go the distance. He got in a little better shape because he went overtime 3 times in one tournament, and now he's ready to rumble.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just find out together. That'll be
Kozak
interesting.
says that Missouri's never had more than 5 AAs, and Ben's here saying they're almost going to double that.
Including teams you were on,
8,
Ben.
Record year.
8 is not double.
Well, you
Yeah,
had
that's
9
double 5.
originally. I said almost double.
Well, I thought I had 9. I miscounted.
Here it is. Ben's predicting Missouri to be the second team ever with 10 All-Americans.
There it is, 10. So
I
here's
didn't figure out how to get certain in there.
if you want to check out our team scores, I think Tyler's pulling them up right now. We all have Iowa winning. Bracky and I have it by blowout. Ben, on the other hand, has it by 10 points.
And who was in second place?
The Missouri Tigers.
Hey, let's go.
Okay. Meanwhile, I have Missouri 10th. Bracky has them 8th.
You're an
But
idiot.
We have them scoring the same amount of points, 45 points. So that's you have them literally doubled what we have them for in terms of point placement.
Right, let's see.
Yeah, we sure as heck are.
We'll find out.
And that's with us having Keegan O'Toole in the finals.
I do not have Keegan O'Toole. in the
Oh,
finals.
well, that's with
He
me
did
having Keegan O'Toole in the finals. So I have it Iowa, Penn State. It's kind of like it's almost like heavyweight. You've got like 2 islands. It's like no one's beating Gable, no one's beating Mason, no one's beating Iowa, but then no one's beating Penn State. So they're kind of like on their own. And then for me, it's a spicy meatball. You got NC State 65, Virginia Tech 60.5, edging out Arizona State by 1 single point,
Wow.
edging out Nebraska by just 3 points, and Oklahoma State a little more distant, but not that far off in 7th place. So that's very close. And then Michigan, Ohio State, Missouri rounding out my top 10. But a very, very close 3 through 10.
I cannot believe you guys were putting Missouri that low. Hey, Mizzou beat Penn State. That's tremendous. I like it.
I mean,
I cannot believe you guys have realistic expectations for Missouri.
yes, that is audacious. That is audacious. Let me look at this. I want to look at what's it called? I'm trying to find the projected team scores.
Are we gonna do any questions for friends?
Yeah. I mean, we have 15 minutes. But I'm looking for the projected team scores to see what it's
It's in
supposed
there.
to
I was
be.
just on it.
All right, I'll find it. You cover me.
Go
Cover
down
me.
near the bottom. Okay. Well, let's start looking at questions from friends. I need to open up the Ducky Dog.
Yeah, you never sent
Okay,
me a doc this morning, Christian.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
didn't.
sorry, guys.
You guys want us to cover it, and then you
Okay.
didn't even send us a doc.
Bradkey, Brana, and Askren. Okay, now you're on there. So the team scores projected by seeds have Missouri in 5th place. So we are a little more down.
But that's because
But that's
they
because
got
the
the nice,
seeds are inflated.
yeah, they got the
inflated
nicest seeds in the world.
Yes.
Well, it could have been a little nicer.
Could they have?
Who could they have reasonably seeded higher?
You want to know a certain top 10 seed too? Okay.
That's like the only one. Okay. Next, let's go to questions. Sorry for the late ad there, Tyler. But he's a pros pro. So could Keegan be another 65 freshman to take out a returning champ in the finals after 2 years like Chinzo and Makai? Is 65
Well, that's
curse?
interesting.
Is 65 curse should that happen? Because Chinzo,
None of us have Makai making the finals, though.
true. But if he did, I guess that would be the thing.
Yeah.
So Alex Marinelli can break the curse by beating Makai.
Correct. Because the
Otherwise-
finalist always makes the finals. I'm sorry, the returning champ makes the finals. Yes.
Yes, and then suffers defeat.
Yes.
It'll be interesting, but we don't know. We just don't know. Who is the biggest dark horse to make the finals at each weight? Well, I'm not doing that each weight. Maybe let's pick one dark
Yeah,
horse.
we already did this.
We did this. I think someone in 97 would probably be a good option.
It's got to be the weight with the most guys that can win, right?
Which I think is that 197? I'm
Yeah,
not saying
definitely
74
197.
is.
It's got to be 97.
Could be 25.
97.
Um,
Oh my god.
it's 97. I think the lowest seed I could see. What's the lowest seed you could see in the finals out of 197?
Caffey, 10.
Caffey 10. I agree with
Ooh,
that.
yes.
Because who is the 11?
Yellow, I cannot see.
I cannot see him going through Nino, Norfleet, and then whoever.
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Caffey at 10.
So 10. 10 guys where we're like
Hey.
literally not shocked.
Yes. I like this question, and I saw one of my friends ask it too, but I don't think he's on the doc. If you were doing a fantasy draft after Lee and Stevenson, who is your third pick?
I like this question too. I think there's a couple good options. I think for me, it's either Aaron Brooks or I would say Ryan Deacon. Or
Really? You know who I'm going to pick?
no, it's
probably?
Dayton Fix. Dayton Fix. I'd pick Dayton Fix.
Okay, Dayton, and then you know who I'm picking after that?
Who?
Mason Paris, because he's going to bonus his way to the finals.
Maybe. I don't.
It's not a bad one.
That's a lot of points.
I thought about that too. I thought about him, but
You kind of want to try and get a finalist with your first pick, though. There.
yeah, the third pick's your guy's
Well,
not
he's
winning.
Thought you mean a champion. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
you're
gonna-
champion. Pardon me.
He meant champion.
Mason Paris is going to be a finalist, obviously, and he's going to score somewhere probably between 5 and 8 bonus points on his way to the finals. That's a lot of points.
I'd say 5, so that's 21 total points. But even see the thing with Dayton is I could see him like not getting a ton of bonus, but I feel very confident in him winning. If you have the third pick, you need to
Yeah.
pick someone you think is going to win the thing that you feel the most confident
Well-
in winning. But you also need to look at scarcity at the weight,
Bonus.
like
Yes.
30, like for 25. The reason Spencer's such a great fantasy pick, not only because he's a guaranteed win, it's like, man, other than
Yeah,
that,
bonus too.
Yeah.
what sure things are you going to get at 25? Like, we don't really
Yeah.
know. So
Agreed.
you have to look at, like, how many 33s do you feel great about? Because, like, at 84 is a way where now we're really getting into fantasy draft. We have a fantasy draft today, so I don't want to, like, give out too much strategy. But
Don't give away all your picks.
like 84 is one like you could let that slide a little bit and you could end up with like a Bolin or a Nelson Brand. Like Nelson's a 12 seed. You could get him super late.
It's like a quarterback in the fantasy football comparison. You could wait a little while, 5th round, 6th round, scoop up whatever quarterbacks are lingering around and go do okay with them.
Only the jabronis are taking Aaron Rodgers early. Right?
Exactly.
You gotta let that slide.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
But then the other thing, so I think the other thing you got to look at bonus because like for example, Michael Kemmerer, he's a much better pick in my opinion than Alex Marinelli because he's probably going to get pins his first 2 matches most likely. Whereas Marinelli, he has not. I don't know what his bonus rate is, but I feel like it's been really, really low this year, and he's had a lot of close matches.
Yeah, it's definitely been this year, but in the past he's been really good with like the cow catcher, and then he was doing the thing where like he would kind of put the guy's butt.
We call
or
that his defecator.
Yeah. All right, good name. I'll just let you name it. But yeah, he's been known to get some pins in those situations. So, but yeah, I definitely see what you're saying with this year. But the thing is with
Yeah,
Mason
bonus,
is like,
he has 0 bonus this year. 0.
yeah, but not a lot of matches.
no more matches. He wrestles in the Big
Man,
Ten.
who was it? I looked at someone yesterday, and they had 100% bonus. They had 1 loss, but in their wins, it was 100% bonus. Who the hell was it?
That's tell me because that's a good guy to draft.
Mason Paris, probably.
Yeah, probably.
No, it wasn't Paris. It was someone who I kind of was unexpected. You know, I was making these picks, and I looked through. I'm like, oh my god, was it Bernie Truex? Maybe.
I don't know.
Nah, it was someone like that where it was like I was really unexpected. So, anyways, my picks would go Spencer, Gable, then I would go Dayton, then Mason Paris, Michael Kemmerer, and then probably Deacon after Kemmerer.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my top 6.
I'm not mad at that. That's fine.
Okay.
I would not pick Mason though.
Yeah, you can.
You've got to get a champ.
Yeah. Unless you're like
He's
a late
getting
on the snake
so much
draft, and you
bonus.
can
He's going to
double
make up for it, guys. The difference in points between it's 16 points for the champion, it's 12 points for the second. He's going to make up the 4 points.
Yes, but
There's
that's,
going to be other heavyweights getting
listen.
pins
Then
though.
that's your comparing him to an NCAA champion that scores 0 bonus points. That's not going to exist.
There's going to be some of those. And the other thing is, I feel like his low side is number 2. And some of these guys who you think who are number 1 seeds,
That's fair.
Their low side is lower than 2.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point.
That's a fair point.
You know what? As far as points go,
It's fair. It's one of the fairest.
That's one of the
Truex is close. Truex has 80% bonus.
So his third pick would be Bernie Truex, I think.
Book it.
He'd go Spencer, Gable, Truex, Mason Paris.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. If Cale was a true freshman this year, would he end his career as a 5-time champ? I don't understand this question. I thought when I put it in there, it was a different question.
Yes, he would.
So like this year, he wrestles this year. I don't know if he could beat Aaron Brooks as a true freshman. That's a tough match. I mean, 84 is a tough weight this year for him as a true freshman.
No, Bobby's
lost to
bumping
Paul
him to
Jen.
97. He's looking at 197. He said, listen, we got that weight. If Fast Twitch might win a title, Cale's
that's
coming in.
tough.
He's winning that.
But I have no film of
disrespectful to
Cale as a true
197
freshman. I
again.
just know. I know he lost to Paul Jen, and I know Paul Jen wasn't all that good. I would like to have other film of Cale from his true freshman year to make a decision on this.
I don't think I have to assume he was pretty close to electric elite like he was his redshirt freshman year. Otherwise, it's just like a
Really? Why?
Because I don't think you make a jump that insane.
I did. I lost 10 matches and to guys who weren't D1 starters my redshirt year, and then the next year I only lost to Chris Pendleton.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
Sick brag.
I feel like there was bigger
Congrats
jumps.
Congrats on the
Yeah.
chips, bro.
Yeah, sick brag, bro.
Congrats on never being in the wrestlebacks of NCAA.
Wow.
Yeah,
Way to
flexing
go.
on us
Very
there.
relatable,
I never
man.
was in any wrestlebacks in high school or college. I don't know what those feel like.
Oh God, super
There we go.
relatable. Everybody knows about this guy. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Hey, so, but for real, I think the amount of progress that was made 20 years ago is significantly greater than the amount of progress being made today, because today kids who are good have so much access to good coaching when they're younger. And this is not just like, obviously there's more clubs, there's more year-round wrestling, there's more tournaments, so we're seeing who's good and who's not good at a younger age. There's access to the Olympic Training Center like there wasn't 20 years ago. And so I think kids are coming in significantly more polished, and therefore that jump is not as huge that they make from the redshirt year to the following year. Whereas, 20 years ago, this man, I don't know Cale's high school training situation. I know his dad was his coach, but 20 years ago, that might have been his first access to really, really high level wrestling. And the Iowa State room at that time was amazing. So he could have gotten immensely better.
Yeah. Okay. You swung me.
I don't know for sure.
I think you swung me. You're right. The era argument is that rings true. Okay,
So
here's
different now.
Yeah, for sure. Night and day. So FRL is the best. Iowa's percentage to win if Murin and DeSanto aren't healthy. Also, Brands, Warner, and Young have very tough draws to consider. See, this is the question that's going to tip Ben over to picking Missouri just to win it all.
Oh, I was 100% to win.
100%?
Unfortunately.
Listen,
I've been saying this for a very long time now.
I know. But I feel like we have barely even talked about Penn State this entire show. And I'm like, are we setting a trap on ourselves? And then next
They look
Tuesday
like
we're
crap
gonna be
at
like,
they did not look good at the Big Tens at all.
yeah. And they've like, not won Big Tens in the past before, and then they win NCAAs, and we had 5 NCAA champs.
Okay, maybe we're setting a trap.
I think we set a trap on ourselves.
Kirk Good over Gable.
No.
All right.
No.
He says no
Stop.
trap.
Guys.
What if Murin, DeSanto, Warner, Young, Brands, DNP? What if that happens?
As all 5 of those DNP, do you know what the betting odds on all 5 of those DNPing would be? The betting odds on that are like plus 7,000 or
Listen,
something.
you know what's more, that is more likely than your Isley pick is more likely than your Soniglia pick to the semis. Both of them.
There is no way because no,
It's far
that's
more.
no way.
It is more likely. I'm
it's
declaring it more likely.
No, Chris is right on this one.
declared.
It's more likely.
It's declared.
No, do you hear what you're saying? You
Ben.
just said.
Yeah, I know what I'm
listen,
Ben,
saying.
I declared it.
Do you know what you're saying when you pick Andrew Snigler to beat Brady Berge,
That's only
Caleb
one
Young,
guy that
and
has to
Jesse
get hot.
Delvecchia?
You're saying 5 guys get cold. You said DeSanto, Murin, Brands, Young,
Okay.
and someone else all got cold the same weekend.
All right, well, let's just dissect it. Murin and Young, right off the bat, throw them out. They're seeded 12th. They're not supposed to place. Or Murin and Brands are seeded
But they're
12th.
still. But okay.
No,
okay,
hold on.
Correct.
So
So,
those-
you're
throw
right.
those out.
But
So
it's
they're
not.
not
It's not
even-
a 0%. It's not a 0% chance to All American. No, it's just a low one, right? So it's
Yeah.
a 10, 12% chance.
Yeah, lower.
But we could see
Which
that
matters.
happening. So let's say that doesn't
Possible.
happen. Not crazy.
Now we're down to 3 guys.
Yes.
Warner is in the deepest weight for contenders. Okay.
Yeah, but he's got a great draw.
He doesn't have a great draw. He's got Nick Green in round 1 and then Lucas Davis in round 2. I think he wins those matches. I picked him to win.
Every time, 100% of the time.
He is going to wrestle in the round of 12. Okay? He's going to have a losable
Yes.
match in the round of 12. All right?
Okay. So, but I would say he's a very high percentage All-American. We'll say 60 to 80% All-American.
I haven't placing, but I think that's a little
do too.
optimistic. I think that's a little optimistic. I think it's
Okay.
maybe on the lower side. DeSanto not placing is kind of tough for me to get to. I have a hard time with that one.
Yeah, that
because
Yeah, that one's tough.
even if he,
That one's
has a surgically removed hand, I feel like he's going to figure out a way.
133 is a shell of what it was.
Yes.
Last year and 2 years ago.
Yes, that is a fact. And then Young is the 5, but his draw is really, really tough. He's got Berge round 2, and then Della Vecchia. I think there's
I actually like his draw.
I mean, I have him in the semis, but I'm saying he has 2 losable matches, and there's I would say 50% chance he wrestles in the round of 12, which if he wrestles in the round of 12, I think there's probably a 50% chance he loses and doesn't place. So there's a quarter of a chance he doesn't place.
Yeah, I think you guys are just wanting me to be wrong on this one because I think Cernigola getting hot is a greater chance than all 5 of those guys getting cold.
Yeah, I guess my point. Here's my broader point. And we'll move on.
You guys might be banned from the state of Iowa, Christian.
No,
Take it easy.
I have them.
I just shut down.
You're the one
I
that
just-
has them winning by 10.
Yeah,
we
I
have
just-
them winning huge.
I just shut down the discussion that Penn State can make this a thing.
He shut it down. I have them
Okay,
on paper.
Kyle, you can go to Iowa. Christian cannot.
I can go to Iowa. I will go to Iowa. Nothing Iowa can do about it. Here's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
Fight me, Iowa.
Sounds
I
like a
picked them
threat.
to win. No
CB
hater.
doesn't check in anywhere he goes. He don't need to check in with anybody.
Yeah, I'm not checking. I'm not asking. Oh, Governor of Iowa, can I come? No. What I was saying. What was I saying? You said something and I had the perfect thing. I lost. It's gonna come back
Not
to.
going to Iowa.
No, it was before that. Daggone it all.
man.
I know what. You say go cold. You don't have Jacob Warner doesn't have to go cold to not place. This is not some
Ooh, I think he does.
I don't think so. He doesn't have to go cold if he loses to AJ Ferrari. You're not cold if you lose to AJ Ferrari. And
Well,
if
but
he
he's still going to place then.
and then I don't think he would have to wrestle terrible to lose to a Rocky Elam.
Yeah, it's well, you guys, do you have
If he
Rocky
loses
Elam
to
in that
Rocky
match? Or do you-
If he loses to Rocky Elam, are you like, oh, Jacob Warner choked? No way.
No, if that happens, Mizzou probably wins the title in mine.
Yeah, probably so.
Let's go.
That gives him the-
Go,
I think-
Christian.
I think that gives them
Go,
their.
Christian Files. Hey, Christian, M-I-Z.
Christian can't go to Iowa, but
don't
he's
say
good
it.
in Missouri.
Don't say it.
He's good
I'm
in
not
Missouri.
saying it.
Christian,
say it, Pat.
M-I-Z.
Don't say it.
M-I-Z.
Do it.
No.
No, you
I know.
say Z-O-U.
Z-O-U. I know that
No,
shit.
you say Z-O-U.
I did. Bracky acting like I just. Bracky's so superstitious, like I just enacted the Missouri, like
no,
the
you're
Tiger
giving
Brigade.
him what he wants.
I like how
Say
Bradley
it.
was
That is
whispering, "Don't
your
say it," like
power.
we can't hear him too.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say
Don't
it.
say it.
Like we hear you, Bradley.
Listen, I have Missouri. Listen, I can finish the chant. I have them getting 10th. I have them doing worse than you and obviously Ben. So, listen, I'm no.
Christian just picked the Missouri Tigers to win the NCAA title.
In 2029 when it's in Columbia.
2024, Kansas City.
No,
I will
not
host
that
the
one.
party. I will host the championship party. Book it right now. You two aren't invited. Not
Good.
invited.
Am I invited? Can I
I
come?
wouldn't go.
Wait, can I come?
You two are not invited to the after party. Go to some other after party. You're not invited.
What about me?
Ollie can come.
Yeah!
We don't wanna go. Well, I just don't. He's gonna.
We'll
you
be
know-
going to the after party of the team that actually wins. it.
No. Me and Ben
Oh.
are gonna party, and we're gonna be plotting on how to steal all the Christians' credit cards and sign the things with just a C.
We've
in
got
the
the
line.
signature. We've got
We
the
got
hard
the
part.
signature
Pay
on
for
lock.
the after party with Christian's credit card.
Perfect.
Listen, Ollie. This is all so that Ollie can bring his Long Island friends, and Ben can finally do that clinic for him. That's the only reason he wants
I
to
will
go.
say the
He's like, all right, do a scramble camp for my friends.
I will say
Listen,
the boy in me
I
is going
might be
crazy
showing
right now.
moves at the after party. You never know.
Yeah,
We can
maybe.
get on the carpet, show some moves, roll around. It's good.
Carpet struggle.
You won't have shoes on, so we're ready to go.
Perfect.
Ready.
We're ready to go. We gotta go. Hey, if you don't
NCAAs.
know, listen.
Tomorrow,
NCAA watch party.
watch it with us. We're
We
gonna
live
be
here
here
now.
hanging. The boys, CP will tell you.
Yes, watch party is gonna be fun. We're all gonna be here. We're gonna give you team updates. We're gonna give you the little bit of the live breakdown on what's going on. Perfect accompaniment to watching live. It's gonna be very fun. Everyone's gonna be here. Gonna be a blast. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. Fill out those brackets. Goodbye.